I exist in this realm too, gentle Caressa.
Welcome back to Zero Sum Gaming here at the Culture Cache. I'll be filming this video this time. After all, I'm a dog, so I'm much better qualified to talk about this game than that guy who normally does these things. Anyway, Dog's Life was a donation sent in by Tomix Fitzgomer. Somehow. Dog's Life has a very simple premise. You live the life of a dog. Yep, haven't you always wanted to do that? I see it all the time in my humans. When they're sitting on their cushions looking at that weird rectangle on the shelf, I know how jealous they are of me. And for good reason. I get to run around and play and sleep all day. Those suckers have jobs and have to go to work for something like 27 hours a day. And all to buy me more treats and toys and dog food. Mwahaha. Adults.
Hey! Get out of
So
here.
does this game do a good job showing you more or less what my life is like? Yes. I can go all over town and people just give me stuff. All I have to do is beg or do a trick or two and it's free food for me. And that food is important. I need it to poop. Oh, and I suppose it keeps me healthy, which is a nice fringe benefit. All that swimming and jumping from high places really wears me out. I have a really wide range of actions I can perform in real life, and the game reflects this pretty well. We already talked about running, jumping, swimming, eating, and pooping, but I can do so much more. I can bark, which is my way of making sure my humans wake up to go to work on time. As long as I wake them up by 3:57 a.m., they should have plenty of time, and I never fail. I'm really good at my job. I can dig, too. I know there's a great fortune hidden under the flower bed in the front yard, and someday I'm gonna go deep enough to prove it. I can also sit, sleep, pee, and walk on my hind legs. My favorite game is Tug of War. I'll play with anyone who's willing, especially other dogs. Anytime I get into some sort of contest with another dog, be it a race, digging competition, pee marking, or a fantastic game of tug, I need a good measurable way to tell how close I am to being top dog. That's where bones come in. Dogs love bones. I show my humans how much I love them by drooling all over the floor at the very mention of the word. In this game, bones show your dominance. The more bones you have, the faster and easier everything gets. If you're used to those complicated RPG games like Final Fantasy, you can think of your bones as your level in this game. So how do you get bones? Let me count the ways.
Let me count the waves. 1,000, 1,000, 1,000.
Okay, maybe not that many, but there are quite a few. The easiest and most obvious is to take the ones just lying around. You would not believe the things people throw away. Half-eaten sandwiches, day-old pizza, even bones. I suggest you tip over every trash can you can see, because many are actually treasure troves. Sometimes you have to work a little harder. Some security-minded dogs, or I suppose people, take the intelligent precaution of burying their bones. So keep your sniffer firmly planted on the ground to find them. Speaking of scents, that's another really important part of this game. There's this awesome ability called Smell-O-Vision that lets humans like you see the scents we dogs normally smell. Sort of. Different scents are color-coded so you simpletons can understand them. Every location has 4 different color sets for you to track down, and different colors do different things. Some give you bones outright, other will let you challenge rival dogs for bones, and one color on each screen will let you actually control other dogs. That's something even I can't do. The best I've got is the ability to identify them by smelling their butts. It really works. You should try it sometime. But of course, it all comes back to bones. The last way to get them is to do missions for the useless humans you encounter. These lazy good-for-nothings would starve to death if it wasn't for dogs like me. Frankly, I don't know how many of them manage to put on pants. While you're making your rounds begging for food, which you should do often, be sure to listen to what humans are saying. If some idiot mentions that he lost his axe, go find it for him. There's a bone in your future.
Ah! Every time I try to repair the scarecrow, I get attacked by birds. Well, I won't give in. I tell you, Private Dog, this means war.
Better get rid of those birds for him before he has a heart attack or something.
Ah! Curse you, you crapulous crows! Battle stations! That ends their reign of bird poop. Couldn't have done it without you, Private. You are a first-class bird dog.
Oh, brother, this guy is one sad case.
Private First-Class Dog, I hereby award you with the Order of the White Bone.
Simply the best.
So yeah, this game does a decent job showing you people how awesome my life as a dog really is. Unfortunately, that's about it. It's really repetitive. Those methods I just mentioned to find bones make up nearly all of the actual gameplay. It gets old fast. Each screen has about 8 bones to get, so the main thing you'll get is a change in scenery. And speaking of the scenery, the graphics of the game don't do us dogs justice. If there was such a thing as the PlayStation 1.5, this game is probably what the graphics would have looked like. They're not terrible, but they're a significant step down from the PS2 norm. They're not all bad, though. As you dig around, you get visibly dirty, which is nice, but not enough to save the subpar look of the game. The music is a little better, but it's still pretty repetitive. The quality is good, and it fits each area well. I just wish there was more of it. We dogs have much more acute hearing than you humans, after all. I can't be as nice about the voice acting, though. It ranges from passable to terrible. Listen to this.
This place is terrible for my allergies.
Wayne, I'm thinking of opening up a hypoallergenic dog grooming parlor.
What?
So people like you can enjoy playing with doggies.
Hey guys, you're late.
Yes, sorry. We had some difficulties.
Miss Peaches is in a very bad mood.
Worse than usual?
Oh yeah. When I brought in my load, she blew her top. Said Boom City dogs were filthy. Said she wanted a nice, clean Clarksville dog to be the first to go in the big machine.
I think she wants to hurt them nice doggies, Wayne.
Oh, for pity's sake, Dwayne, stop sniveling.
Would you care for a tissue, Wayne? They're extra soft.
I hate this job.
I have a very bad feeling about this.
It's a very bad feeling about this.
And that's not an isolated clip. Lots of the voiceover sounds like this, sadly. The game holds the Guinness World Record for the most characters voiced by a single actor in a video game. Carrie Shale plays 32 different roles in this game. Unfortunately, it's quantity over quality. And then there's the story. What little there is basically consists of Jake, the player character, trying to hook up with another dog named Daisy. Before you take control, she gets kidnapped along with Jake. Aside from being the most banal plot device possible, Jake seems to be ADD dog, frequently forgetting about it at all times. Anyway, the inept dog nappers don't adequately lock Jake in, so you're able to escape. Over the course of the game, we learned that Miss Peaches, owner of a cat food company, is rounding local dogs to slaughter for her product. Think Mom from Futurama, with a hint of Cruella de Vil thrown in for good measure.
Thought you'd outwit Miss Peaches, didn't you, you disgusting creatures? Now you will both be transformed into nice, gooey food for my precious kitty cats. Get your doggy asses into the big machine.
Speaking of food, I had beans and cabbages for supper. Take this, cat lady.
Canning Miss Peaches cat food.
I'll get you for this, you horrible hounds! I'll trap you down! I'll slice you! I'll dice you! I'll mash you! If it's the last thing you see me!
Slicing, dicing, mashing.
Miss Peaches is cat food.
What am I doing in a pig costume? Uh-oh.
At least Trip seemed happy. And now he's in a better place.
Honey, Trip had a mental breakdown and is now a sausage. That's not a better place. But you handled the situation very well.
There is a good sense of humor to the game at times, but it's inconsistent. No comment.
It looks like we're all set for Citizens Question Time here on CHIK, the show where you, the actual citizen, get to ask your
No, not in the house! Bad dog!
Sponsored by Miss Peach's Crunchy.
The horrible voice acting often drags down what could have been funny. And don't worry about that last clip. It's a very clean game most of the time, so it could be a good choice for young gamers. And that's really about it. If it seems like there's not as much to say about this game, it's because there's really just not much to this game. So, is Dog's Life worth it? The game can be yours for about $10. That's not a lot of money, so there's that. The fun factor is there, but it gets old quickly and the drawbacks really do hurt the game. Honestly, if I wasn't doing this video, I likely wouldn't have finished it. The other problem is that it's on the PlayStation 2, which has tons of excellent games already, most of which are extremely mass-produced and don't cost all that much. Considering that you can get all the Metal Gear and GTA PS2 games for less than the cost of just the game, if you really shop around. That $10 can buy a lot more and higher quality entertainment on the same system. If you really like dogs, or if you're looking for a kid-friendly game, it might be worth it. But for most people, I'd say skip it. Thanks for watching.
I exist in this realm too, gentle caresser. Wait, I'm censored in this world too? Damn you, management!